Welcome back. This is the second video I've recorded today, so I don't know when you're going to watch them, but second video I've recorded today. So, well, let's see how we get on. Anyway, underneath the screen, in the description field, you'll see the timestamps for different parts of this video, so click on and click away if you just want to get straight to the recipe. Blither, what's Blither today? I'm banging things on my desk. What's Blither today? I don't know. Yeah, sun's in the sky, birds are in the trees, everything's singing happily and joyfully, and yeah, all is good. I haven't really got anything to blither about today. Let's just get straight on with the recipe. This is a very creamy dal. It's a very simple dal. So lentil curries sometimes can be quite spicy. This particular dish, there are only 2 spices in it, and it relies on the fresh chilies for its oomph. But then there's lots of ghee and lots of cream and yogurt. So it's a simple, creamy, quite posh dal, I would say. So yeah, let's do the thing. And what is on today's board of wonderfulness and amazingness? Right, lentil-y, dal-y thing. So 300 grams of green lentils. You can use brown if you so wish. I'm going to have a teaspoon of turmeric, 4 cloves of garlic, and a good generous thumb-sized piece of ginger. Chop all that up. That's going to simmer away for about 35-40 minutes until the lentils are cooked. Then we're going to add in about 3 tablespoons of yogurt, about 3 tablespoons of double cream. So it's a really nice creamy thing going on. While that's cooking away, we're going to cook the potatoes, a couple of medium-sized potatoes, a couple of fresh chilies. They're sort of medium to hot sized chilies. If you're using the smaller chilies, yeah, just remember to de-seed them. And a teaspoon of cumin and some ghee to fry them in. I think I've got some coriander, fresh coriander somewhere. I'll probably add some fresh coriander in at the end because that'll be really nice. But yeah, let's get on with it. And so we begin. Now this dal doesn't have any onions in it, which is unusual for most other dals that I cook, lentil curries, and in not having any onions. I don't know why, but I borrowed this recipe from all over the place, and none of the versions of the recipe had got any onions in. So anyway, I've washed my green lentils well. So there's your 300 grams of green lentils. I'm going to put in, start off with half a litre of water. Probably need slightly more than that. Let's go with 3/4 of a litre of water. We're going to go in with our ginger and our garlic, which has gone all over the place. Start up the heat. Bring that to a boil and then simmer. The packet says about 25 minutes. I reckon this is probably going to be more like 35 minutes. Let's have our teaspoon of turmeric in there as well. So simmer, keep an eye on the water. Oh yeah, what else should I do? Oh, I forgot the salt. Let's have about a teaspoon of salt in there. Right, bubble away for, yeah, let's say about 35 minutes. I'm going to move that off to a side heat in a minute because we're going to cook the next part of the dish. So papa, off we go. So the dal in the corner here has been cooking for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to start off with doing the potatoes on this side. So there's all my ghee in the pan. There's all my potatoes. And we're going to be well cooking these. To start with on their own. And then we're going to add the chilies and the cumin. Half a teaspoon of salt to start off with, keep an eye on that, and salt it to your taste. Don't go too mad with the salt because you're going to be putting it into the dal in a bit. Anyway, so I'm going to start with 5-6 minutes on the potatoes on their own. We'll be back in a second. So I chose to cover the potatoes to help them cook well. So 5 minutes in, we're getting well through the cooking process. So let's get our chillies in there. And our generous teaspoon of cumin, whichever. And now cook those until the potatoes are well done through. I reckon if you cook them up this small, probably less than 10 minutes from end to end. So we're halfway through, 5 minutes, another 5 minutes. I reckon that's going to be about ready for done. Just keep an eye on it so that they don't burn or squash, mush too much. Right down with the heat. Let's have the lid back on. Okay, now we just got to wait for the dal in the cook. So the lentils are heading in the direction of cooked. So I'm going to turn that right down. What I'm going to do with this dish, which I don't do with usual dals, lentils, is I'm going to puree them. Let's see if I switch the power on as well, isn't it? So there, nicely pureed. Not completely pureed. You can still see evidence of lentils. But time for our 3 generous tablespoons of yogurt and a similar of cream. And I'm going to stir that for about a minute. Let's have a taste. Oh, creamy. Creamy. That's gorgeous. Right, I think that's about done. So I'm going to add in the potatoes, the chilies and the cumin. In this bag I have some fresh coriander which I froze a while back, so let's have a nice, not a huge bunch, but an amount. Let's put that back in. Just have a half a handful, I reckon. And let that cook through for another minute. That's delicious. So that's done. I shall get myself a nice big bowl of it. And I'm going to eat it with some warmed up flatbreads. And that is going to be a pretty damn gorgeous evening meal. So, onwards to the next time. Bye bye bye.